Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And of course, I have my sidekick here, Mr. Andrew
Good morning.
And the program replays in its entirety on Sunday at 3 p.m. And of course, many of you are watching it on your computers, on your iPhones, iPads, some internet type connection. And we welcome all of you to the program, and you might want to just get a hold of some of your friends that's been wanting to see the program. And we're going to be on for 1 hour, so you have plenty of time to get them on. And we'll start now by covering a couple of our sponsors because they make the program possible. We thank them. You got it.
We'll start with Piggly Wiggly with 3 locations, 2 in Opelousas, 1 in beautiful downtown Simsport. And the specials they're running this week are the sirloin in pork chops for $1.19 a pound. The drumsticks or thighs jumbo packs, 99 cents a pound. The boneless beef shoulder roast, $2.49 a pound. Go buy your local Piggly Wiggly. The pig knows best. And we've also got, let's go with the medicine shop over here in Opelousas. If you're looking for getting your prescription filled and you don't have a lot of time, they've got a 15-minute guarantee service that they'll get your prescription filled, or you get an in-store coupon to spend there. They also keep track of all your prescriptions, do all that personal record type thing so that you can get a printout and be able to file that more readily with your insurance, make it nice and easy for you all on their computer. Don't forget about them also with their great MetaFast meals if you're on a diet. The folks there are certified trainers. They can walk you through what you need to eat, what you need to be doing as trainers. The training and all the coaching is all free. All you do is pay for the meal. The meals are easy to warm up, easy to cook, nice and tasty. Go by the medicine shop here in Opelousas.
And we like to mention sometime during the program that we're actually taping on Wednesday morning, and some of the things we're going to talk about will sound like it's just happening. Well, it's just happening today, but one of the things, of course, of interest around the world was the birth of a new possible heir to the English throne. The Queen, of course, is way up in her age. She's well up into her 80s, high 80s, and still beautiful, still in good health.
Queen Elizabeth II.
And she visited the newborn boy. And we just call him a boy because he doesn't have a name yet, not at least when we went on the air to tape the program on Wednesday. They said probably within a week.
His father took a week. His grandfather took 30 days before they announced the name.
And very interesting. It's a monarch that gets a lot of money from the people, a very rich family, but something that England is proud of, and very little dissension towards the high style of life. And of course, William, the father of this new baby, is really taking on a normal life, I guess you could say.
Drove the baby back himself, put the car seat in himself, I saw. He drove her to the hospital himself.
And he's a helicopter pilot.
Correct, in the military.
In the military, serving his time that normal English young men would be called on to serve. He's serving his time now, got a little leave to come in and help with Kate, the wife, the Duchess, and quite an interesting story. Of course, his mother, when she got killed in that terrible automobile accident, which I still believe there was some hanky-panky with all these photographers that night. They just rushed them too much, and the driver just, I guess, panicked and just went out of control, speed out of control, and she was probably one of the most popular people at that time, and her popularity, of course, Princess Diana. One of the most famous people, well-known, best loved in the world. I guess her claim to fame was her working with the needy children. She traveled the world, and especially the English countries that now maybe on their own, but they were under the British rule at one time. And she went and saw that better educational facilities, health facilities were developed for those people. So I guess they're good people. I guess that's easy to
I think so. And the old queen, they came from a generation where you had to be very formal about things. So she's had to learn how to adjust in this newer environment where they want to see you more as a regular person. They don't want to see you as that figurehead anymore. And it seems like the young man, William, seems to have embraced that. You know, he knows what's going on. So
really good. And you have any idea? Well, you have
what the names?
Well, yeah. Did you make your bet?
Everybody
saw how many millions of dollars are being gambled?
And then it's 4 names. You know, every guy gets a name. You know, they name them, but they all get 4 names. Usually, is the tradition, at least 4. So you know, I guess it's going to be whatever name they're going to be called by is what you're betting on, because I mean, there's no way you're going to hit the trifecta.
I never heard Bobby.
Bobby wasn't an option?
No, Bobby.
Well, you know, Andrew might be an option. He's got an uncle Andrew, so you never know. I mean, you know, maybe that'll work.
If they were to have had the opportunity to have met you, they might.
Well, sure.
That might be one of the top names.
Well, you never know.
In the draw. The Queen, is visiting as we speak. Well, she visited for 30 minutes.
Right.
And she's quite a person. Anyhow, let's get on to some of the locals.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, you and I were talking earlier about, we didn't have a lot of deaths this week, but I want to name this one real quick. I saw Mr. John Errol Stanford has been written about a couple times in the paper lately. Originally from Sunset, a distant cousin of mine that went off in the military, was a decorated Air Force guy in Korea. Died at 77 years old in Tennessee, was very active at Middle Tennessee State, played some semi-pro ball. Just want to send our condolences to the family's brother Herman and the whole group.
14 members of the family. They had 14 children.
Yeah, and he was the eldest. And
it's a good picture of him right here.
He was inducted into the Hall of Fame there in Tennessee.
In Tennessee.
Very active in helping these smaller schools pick up their athletics. So
very interesting. I read every line of it, and of course, St. Landry Parish, again,
local guy.
Coming up to the top, like I always say. Just give them a little time. They'll surface to the top. I had a phone call from Vicky Thibodeau, and she lives over in Washington. In fact, she lives 1.3 miles out of Washington on the Grand Prairie Highway. She's opening Vicky's gift shop. And the grand opening will be this Saturday at 10 a.m., and that's July the 27th. And the street address, if you want to put it into your GPS system to go by and wish her well, is 1313 Grand Prairie Highway, and it's next to their home. So she'll be there, and I encourage you, if you have an opportunity, to go by and give us some support. She'll have a typical, all types of gifts and items that we all need today for special occasions. Good luck to you, Miss Vicky. A person that was very, very interested in, interested but involved is the word I'm trying to say, in the rebuilding of the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church. She and her family were very, very active in that. This weekend at the Delta Grand, The Book of D. It's a play all kind of geared toward, starring kids, kind of geared toward young people. Go by and see it Friday night at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. put together by Cody Daigle. You can call the Delta Grand at 407-1806. Saw where T.H. Harris Vocational School, the campus plans more expansions, and haven't heard much about T.H. Harris in the last, couple of years. They're actually part of the Lafayette based, I think... the whole statewide community college type system is kind of how they're doing it. Yes, and they are going to start a nursing course that's going to eventually come back to Opelousas. When Miss Coy Pavi was there as the teacher, the instructor, that was the best known vocational training of nurses in the state of Louisiana. They had a record, practically every one of her students that finished her course in its entirety passed the state exam, and that was almost unheard of. But she was that type of a leader, and others under her leadership just gave it all they had. And I hope that we can start hearing more about the T.H. Harris campus.
This is your last week to get your Blue Bayou Water Park tickets. So last week we were giving it away on Friday, so if you want to get you some tickets to go, and let me tell you, I drove in front of it, they had people out there having a good time. You can text the word Bayou at 64636. Send the word Bayou to the number 64636. You can win a pack for your whole family to go to Blue Bayou Waterway.
Our regular technician that helps us put the program on, Steve, is out today, and we have a rookie again. Used to be full-time over here, but today his duties take him out of the office work, and he's primarily out taking pictures,
shooting commercials a lot.
Shooting commercials a whole lot. We have a real good commercial department. If you want to create a commercial for your particular business, do like so many other successful businesses, use the services of the station here.
KDCG and Delta Media, and ask for Matt LeBlanc himself.
Matt LeBlanc himself, and they do a tremendous job for our customers and others. A lot of the ads you see on the three local stations here in the Lafayette area, those ads are created by Matt and his staff here.
Correct.
And have been for years, I might add.
The Soiree Royale is coming up, the 15th annual one, on Monday, September the 9th. And it's all for the Opelousas St. Landry Chamber of Commerce, their big event, and they give out scholarships. They provided over $10,000 in scholarships generated by the big event. Kickoff starts at 5:30. Food tasting begins at 6. You better try wines, craft beers from the Bayou Teche Brewing will be there. The celebrity chef this year is going to be Chef Paul Prudhomme from Cape Paul's.
Paul Miller.
Paul Miller. Oh, I'm sorry.
Opelousas.
Paul Miller with Cape Paul's. You're right.
He's
I'm
the
glad you corrected
executive chef with Cape Paul's.
You got it.
I had cut that, and I'm going to just add a little personal involvement. The first year that the Soiree Royale took place, and I've mentioned this prior, but I'll mention it again because, well, it shows that I've been involved a lot. And okay, we'll come back. We'll finish this up.
We'll come back in
on the second quarter.
Minute.